Hello, Western Civ 105. I am Mr. Pollock, and I'm looking forward to having you with me in this class. There's just a few things. I'm just giving this little early announcement to give you a heads up on some issues that I plan on us resolving, hopefully all very smoothly. And just a few other kind of logistics. I will give you another announcement later with more information on this class, specifically as we get closer to the class starting, okay? So this is just kind of an early heads up intro. We're about, a few weeks away from class starting. So in any case, I wanted to talk about the textbooks. I have been having a lot of textbook issues because the textbook companies don't want to sell textbooks anymore. I know this sounds kind of crazy. I actually don't understand it. But a few semesters ago, I ran into this wall where the bookstore was trying to get me this textbook, The West. And they didn't want to sell, they weren't selling any more textbooks because they want us to now buy these Revel. They're called Revel, like this whole computer package with these pre-made tests and quizzes that I think are garbage. It's not my preference. I shouldn't be so talking mess on it, but the thing is I'm mad because it's like I'm being forced to do it. I don't understand why I can't just get a freaking textbook, you know? And I'm a little annoyed with that, and I wasn't given any kind of input from the textbook company on what to really do about this. And the thing is that is frustrating is I was given this class, the 105, originally kind of short notice. I did my best to put together everything, and I kind of made my lectures complement your reading. And it picks up more. I do a better job, I think, as a class moves along as well. So I really set up everything for using this particular textbook, and I don't know. But so far we've been able to get through this. The bookstore, I'm not even sure, has been able to find textbooks yet. So take a look and see. And someone told me they didn't see any yet. What's important to me is you get the actual correct textbook, the right edition. You can order different editions on if you want to online, if you find ones. A different edition may have different textbook page numbers that we have to work with from time to time. So far, I've been able to get through this every semester, but it starts off a little rocky and students are a little concerned and overwhelmed. I just want you to realize, to know, as your professor, that when something is kind of not going right because of something on my end, I don't make you guys pay for that, so to speak. You know, in other words, look, I have these lectures set up. You can still take notes on them. You're going to do better with the textbook, but I'm not going to punish you for not having the textbook right off the bat. But relatively soon into the semester, I expect all of us to have this resolved. We can, the bookstore will have some of the books, or you can order some online. You should have a textbook available for yourself relatively soon into the class semester. I do expect that, but at the start here, I'm understanding that it may be a little rocky at first, and I'll work with you on that. You just we'll just figure it out together, okay? And so if you have any questions on that or any more issues, just feel free to make a comment on the announcement section at the bottom, or write to me on Canvas, okay? And I'll make sure that we get this smoothed out for everyone. I am also having a little more of a tricky time setting up this class because they as an MJC, I would always get this class for a summer cram course. I'm not a fan of cram courses. I'm a fan of getting paid and having a job. But that was always a lot of information to just put into each week, 3 chapters per week or whatever. And then the thing is, my Canvas shell and my syllabus was set up to do just so. And I've been really trying to work at like kind of stretching out the syllabus and the work and adding different kind of assignments and figuring out the best place to fit everything. And so I just want you to be aware of that that's something that I'm working on right now. And I don't get paid to make this announcement, to work on fixing this class or answering emails or grading. And this leads me to discuss something that I really hope is going to be resolved before class starts, and we really need it to, which is the issue of whether we're going to have a strike or not. I will start off the bat to say that things are starting to look positive for once, and I'm happy about that, okay? I don't know if you're a student right now, and if this is news to you about the potential of a strike, you just are new to the school or you haven't been following like all the drama that's been taking place. So I just want to say a few things about this. Many people from the outside have looked at what the union of the professors has wanted to resolve, and the powers that be that there's been a little bit of a conflict over on this end. Yeah, most people see what we're demanding as professors as reasonable demands, not some massive a new pay scale or anything like that. And so, so for this reason, I don't know why that the union demands, which are really putting us on par with other community colleges, has not worked out. And we had a 2-day strike last time, and things have started to get really tense. But over the Christmas, over this winter break, I saw some positive developments and some civil discussions on both sides that things are looking good right now, actually, at least for this moment. So let's just go with that. All of us want to just have a normal semester. And as a part-timer, I just want to say this. I only make a little less than $2,000 a month for 3 classes, okay? I'm not living high off the hog. And actually, the union demands are mainly things that apply to the full-timers. I don't gain a lot for us to win this argument with the powers that be here at the school, but I lose a lot if we lose, because the school wants us to have more students in each of these online classes, and I'm not getting paid extra for it. And I was looking at this, and it's almost like I would be teaching an entire class for free. I don't think it's fair, especially when I'm not getting paid for doing the majority of the work that I do. Having said that, I love my job. That's why I'm doing it. But I don't, I do like to be treated fairly, and I don't like, being put, I'm not paid that much. And I do a lot of work for free, is basically what's happening. So come on, right? That's my little spiel. But look, we can all get along. We can all be fine. We just need to get this resolved, and I don't need to talk mess, and we can move on, okay? But there is a potential still if it doesn't get resolved, and that'll be just rough for all of us. So let's just hope, huh? Let's just hope, okay? Positive New Year's resolution hope, okay? You have any questions on that, let me know. I will keep you guys posted of any further developments, especially if things go negative. But again, last thing I saw is really good. Okay, the other thing that I need to mention is that I am right now making this announcement from Thailand in Hua Hin. It's spelled like Hua Hin. Now, how am I doing this when I just talked about the fact that I don't get paid that much? Well, I just want to tell you a quick little story here. I've been a single father for most of my adult life. I was born and raised in Modesto, and I went to MJC to myself as a student. I transferred to UC Santa Cruz, and then I ended up coming back, and I just attained my master's degree from CSU Stanislaus. And I taught at MJC in a face-to-face class setting, and I ended up moving to Portland, Oregon with my daughter, and I was able to stay teaching, just sticking to online classes because I was trained in online, and I didn't actually think they were going to keep me. And I'm really appreciative that they did do that. Very thankful. And then my daughter, she turned 20, moved out with her boyfriend, and I had a little empty nest syndrome and an existential crisis. And then I just kind of realized, like, I did the thing, I did the papa thing. I prioritized my daughter. I stuck around. I worked 2 jobs often, sometimes 3 in the past, to have the luxury of having 2-bedroom apartments or duplexes. I worked at a kids center, changing baby diapers, giving bottles, helping out pre-Ks. My last job was working at a consignment shop, moving furniture and decorating, to be honest, which kept me in shape at the time. And then I would teach online. And I decided that I was going to sell most of my stuff and save up some money, stay at my other cousins', and then just go travel the world. And that's what I've been doing on less than $2,000 a month, basically, or around that. Sometimes it fluctuates a little bit. So since August, I have been to Iceland, and I've been doing this while teaching, too, by the way, online. I've been to Iceland, Denmark, Sweden, Frankfurt, Germany. I went to Thailand for almost 2 months, and then I was in the Netherlands, actually, in Leiden for almost 2 months. And then I'm back here in Thailand. And what I've been trying to do is get a perspective beyond just the books about what's to make of the world. How I was able to do this, too, is I've been able to stay at friends and family, by the way, as well. It's always good to have friends all over the world, okay? It saves a lot of money, just FYI. But it's been great because, here I am teaching Western Civ right now with you. And we're going to be covering modern, as we get to the end of the class, like what's going on now within the Western world. Well, I've been seeing some of the drama or the discussions that take place over the EU, and it's very interesting to see life in the United States, which is a European project. We came out of Europe. The United States is a byproduct of Europe, okay? So, and then to be in Western Europe and see how people live there and their politics and their concerns. And then be in Southeast Asia, where I'm like in a different planet, but at the same time, there has been a very strong relationship, often very imbalanced and negative, between the Western world and this part of the world. And so I'm hoping to be able to share some of these anecdotal things that I've experienced along the way. And I look forward to it. I'm staying in this studio here. I'm on the 7th floor, and it's a little less than $300 a month. But that's because my money is so disproportionately more powerful than the money here. For Thai people, this would still be hard to afford to live here. And that has created a lot of power imbalance here that I see, which I'll discuss with you some of the things that I see going on in the neighborhood, for instance, that I live in, what access older white European and American men have to things here, and what they use that money and power for. It's very, it gets me thinking about a lot of things, and it's kind of heavy, and but I think it's worth sharing and talking about. And like I said, being in Europe's been interesting. As a side note, my great-great-grandfather is one of them. My mom's great-grandpa is from Sweden, and he moved with my great-great-grandma to Turlock. And so I was able to go to the village in Sweden, a very small village and area, where they went from there eventually into Turlock, California. And that was kind of heavy to see that. It's very interesting. Wow, what an uneventful area that I was in. It was very nice. I wanted to go have food, dine with some of the locals and see if I was related to anybody, since there's like, I don't know, 10 people or something. I don't know. But there was nothing. There was only one. There was a church, and then there was like a little, like a mini mart type store. That was it. And I was kind of blown away about it. Was a very adorable little area. But Sweden has some pockets of just kind of nowhere land. And, you know, you kind of get the idea of immigration, you know, like what did our ancestors leave Europe for, and why did they come to America? Okay, I got a little idea, right? That was interesting. In any case, okay, I'm going to end it here. I just want to let you know what I'm doing, what's going on, and that I really try to focus on this class. I'm not on vacation. I'm a digital nomad, and I'm trying to utilize my travels into sharing information about what I'm doing. So keep that in mind. I'm here to help you guys out, to answer emails and all that. Now, I'm not officially started yet. I will not answer and respond necessarily as quickly yet, but I'm hoping that this announcement will kind of put you at peace, in peace of mind, or kind of realize, hey, I'm communicating with you. We're coming into the class, and here's some of the little start glitches, but we'll work it all out, and we'll think positive, and may there be no strike. Have a happy new year, and we'll be in contact soon.